Hey, welcome back everyone. Hope everyone had a great new year, great holiday season. And today we're going to try out something that we tried before, the Profishency Pocket combo. And looking at the directions on here, I finally figured out what those little lead weights are for. You know, reading the directions after you go out and use it. It's actually to thread the line through the actual rod. There's no eyelets on it. Everything line goes right through here. So you tie the line to the lead weight, drop it down through, and then you're good to go. You can extend it to a full 30 inches. It goes down to 18 for a compact carry. Now, the last time we used this, we ran into a little problem with the reel. That is a first. That is a first. So that tells you everything you need to know right there. Oh, I hope I got that on all camera angles. Yeah, here's the stock reel here. I think what happened was this was partially unthreaded. I didn't check. That's on me, not Profishency. But unfortunately, when I pushed that cast button in, it pushed the whole thing out, and I lost the button. Somewhere in North Park Lake right now. But no use crying over spilt milk or lost reels. So I got a Zebco 33 Micro. Now this is with the trigger spin release mechanism. It makes everything kind of work like a spinning reel, sort of. At least that's what it feels like. Two things though. This has a longer little shaft right here, so the reel is actually misaligned. In the nature of the trigger spin, I also have to use it upside down. Now, that means the grip doesn't really work as well as it would if it were where it should be. But I don't really think, this thing is so light and comfortable either direction, I don't really think it's going to be a problem. But we're going to head back out to North Park Lake again, give it another shakedown. I'm going to be using micro lures just to see how well this thing works with extremely light lures. Maybe catch a trout, maybe catch something else. We'll see what's biting right now. This, I went out on December 27th and it was about 60 degrees. Back at it again. Got the Zebco 33 on. Now this is the trigger release, so I actually have to hold it upside down, which I was trying it out earlier at home. I actually prefer the weight like that. This is kind of a problem. I'm gonna figure out something later, maybe to adjust that handle, but we'll give it a try. I'm going to try an ultralight rig. This is a take on the KVD Bitsy Minnow, but this is from Cream. Just been a fan of their worms, so I'll give it a try today. Just tighten up that drag a little bit. And that is... That's good. Let's see what this thing can do. Might be a little bit too light for it. Oh yeah. Some guy help it along. But bait actually has a really nice wobble to it. Just kind of wondering how well that would work out. That is a light lure. It's a little bit better. I didn't have two things jumping up on top of each other getting tangled, so that ain't gonna work. So I'm kind of curious to see how this lure works, but it's going to need a longer rod to be most effective. Maybe that one I could get out like a couple of feet. They're not going to be that close to shore. A little bit better. I like the action on this little crank though. I did bring a little spinner bait, give us a little bit more weight. We'll say this is a much more silent reel than what came stock with this. I actually really like the feel of it. Let's try something a little bit heavier. This is a Meps. I've used one of these earlier this year. Slightly different color, different size, but had good results with it. Bass really liked it. Caught a bunch of panfish on it. A couple trout too, so let's see what happens today. Got about half-hour worth of sunlight left, so not out here long today, just experimenting with this. That's better. Given the size of this thing, that's not bad at all. Are you kidding me? That's a fish. That's a big fish. Oh, whatever it was, I lost him. I was looking at that like, what the shit? I don't have a net on me. That was big, whatever it was. Probably a trout. Not planning on keeping anything today. Still got some trout in the freezer, so. But we know that we're getting their attention. Thought that was a snag at first, then he started yanking it. That could have been a bass, could have been a carp. It's so hard to say on this because the whole leveraging system is different than what I usually feel on a longer rod. But as far as the action goes on the Zebco, I'm more than happy with this reel. Finally got some decent flow back. Last time I came down here it was real low everywhere. the salad off for the fish there. Accuracy isn't too bad with this. You're never going to really get this out there like you would with a longer rod, but stick fish. That's what I thought I had the last time, except that stick fish was pulling back. So 4-pound mono. It's got some strength to it. Yeah, see, something was jumping right around there. Bait fish, it looked like. There's a school of something right where I got that last one. I'm just changing my angle a little bit, changes the presentation. That fish is still out there. He might come back for a second round if it looks a little bit different. That thing felt massive, whatever it was, though. Like I said, it's kind of lunking down at the bottom. And didn't feel him pulling at first. And I see the line going out the opposite direction. Like, okay, we got something. That was interesting. Drag. Said nope. Clicked on me. There we go. Got one. Let's see if I can flip them with this. Looks like a rainbow. It is a rainbow. No. Wow. Wintertime bass. How about that? There you have it. So, pretty happy with this thing. It could hold its own. Let's see if I can knock you out. I have to grab my pliers on the table there, but not bad. It's warm enough where I figured they'd be hanging out around the shore a little bit. Probably a good 1-pounder, just shy of. I'll tell you what, taking care of a 1-pound bass on a rod this size, pretty fun. Checking the footage again, this was definitely larger than a 1-pounder. Probably about a 1 pound, 12 ounce, shy of 2 pounds, but somewhere closer in that ballpark. There we go. Not bad. Not bad at all. Still killing it with the bass down at North Park. It's warm enough for him. I was using that little Profishency Pocket rod with the Zebco 33, so it handled it like a champ too. Let's get you back in, buddy. Tell your friends. So I stuck around until the sun went down. Couldn't find any fish, at least ones that I could catch. I did note that there were actually a lot of both trout and carp jumping around. And I really did enjoy this combo, so I'll be using it again in the coming year. Well, ultimately, I gotta recommend it. Just the stock reel should work out pretty well for you. Just make sure that any type of closed reel like this, the guard is actually threaded in all the way and you shouldn't have any issues. But if you want to make a useful upgrade, either Zebco 33 Micro, I mean this reel is just nice. They're well known for a reason. They're sturdy, they're reliable, they work well. So I would probably recommend the push button over the trigger release, but either one will work. And speaking of compact rods, Santa brought me something this year. Nice fishing rod. Wasn't exactly sure what to get. I've never gone ice fishing before. So when I don't know what to get on a new type of rod, I defer to the GX2, which is what this is. It's a nice little Shakespeare reel as well. Not quite as tight as a Fluger, but it does have a nice reverse feature on it, reverse switch. And take a look at this. Let's see if I can get the camera to focus on that. Maybe, maybe not. That's a really fine decal and print that they have on there. Supposed to be tough as nails, as you'd expect from a GX2. So I can't wait to use this. The only thing I need is, well, I need ice.